Hey everyone, welcome to Infinite Realms. Today, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, everything else. Even down likes will be engagement. It'll help the algorithm. But, that helps the channel grow. That's that simple. Anyway, today we're going to do take 2 of Moon Knight. Now, if you remember a couple of months back, I bought this figure right out of the box. His left hand snapped off and with the peg in it, and I bit the bullet and just bought a new one. I'm stupid. So here he is, and I'm gonna just say it, I'm a huge Moon Knight fan, and when I started rebuilding my collection, I had the old Toy Biz Moon Knight. I saw this version because I'd kind of stayed away from the toy world for a while. Did not know he existed. And I looked at it and I said, that is a cool alternate rendition of Moon Knight. I like it. I want it. So when it got revealed that this was going to be out, I kind of got happy that it was a straight reuse, even though I could have passed on it. I conceivably could have, but this is the figure I wanted. I'm okay with this because I missed the last one. The Toy Biz one I sold off years ago, so this works. This works for me real well. Alright, so let's go over his accessories. It's pretty simple. He's got a big long bow staff. He's got this sort of Daredevil Billy Club repaint, and of course these two pieces come together and form a larger one, so that's cool. He's got a really big ass crescent for when he's got to kill somebody, and I can barely get my fingers on this here. 3 of these tiny crescents that are really small even for a figure of his size. And he's got 2 fists. He came with 1 fist attached, and it was traumatic to try to redo that after everything that happened to the previous Moon Knight. But I did it, and I think it turned out alright. So Moon Knight, I've always really kind of liked Moon Knight. He was very different and very cool. I just always thought he was a really different character. And I enjoyed that about him. I enjoyed his comics. I enjoyed his appearances in West Coast Avengers, etc. Mark Spector, of course, is Moon Knight. He's more popular now since, we had a Disney Plus series and people know who he is, rather than just like going, who's that Batman ripoff? Now, is this figure perfect? No. I mean, of course the cape is going to get in the way of some posing. It could be worse, but it could be better. And he suffers from Marvel Legend not able to stand up syndrome a little bit. The cape usually compensates for it though, so I guess that is a plus. The design I really like. I always like this modern design. It's one of the few updated designs I ever really gravitated towards. Most of the time when you do an updated design, I'm like, that's nothing. And this was one that I really thought worked, and worked well. I still lean towards Moon Knight being a part of the Avengers, even though I don't think he has been for a while. Could be wrong about that. I try to keep up with comics, but I don't always keep up with some characters. Moon Knight's one, I do have to admit, I've kind of let slip away a little bit. Not read anything since Mr. Knight came in. I thought that was kind of dumb and got really way into his alternate personalities too far, maybe? Now, I won't say that it completely sucked, but I didn't love it the way some people do. Okay, as far as I can tell, everything looks pretty alright on him. I don't see any paint mistakes or any problems of any kind. He looks like Moon Knight. Now, I do feel Moon Knight, since it is a straight reissue of a previous figure, I do feel like they could have gone back, maybe, make him pinless or done some little retoolings, something to differentiate it from the other release. I do have to admit, that seems like a misstep to me. on every level. Hasbro should know what they need to do when in a case like that. So, what is my ultimate rating on this Moon Knight? I do really like him, even though he's a 5-year-old figure. I do really like that I have this figure, because that's the figure I wanted. It's like, when I saw the figure, I was like, yeah, that is the Moon Knight I want. And now I got him. Really happy with him. A little disappointed in the lack of updating, but really happy with him at the same time. I'll say 4.5 stars. I just like it. It's that simple. I just like this look for Moon Knight. It is something very different, but it's still very recognizable in the character. And, you know, if they release an original Moon Knight, I will probably get it. I got the Disney Plus version, and, you know, it's a good figure too. I like little slight variations on things. But, you know, past that, you know, I'm not going to be clamoring for too many different looks for Moon Knight. You know, I have to have a reason, and this one, you know, I just like this look. I just think it's a nice look for Moon Knight. And that's why I wanted to get it. Okay, so that's going to wrap up my review of Moon Knight. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Infinite Realms. Tell your friends, tell your outlaws, tell your in-laws. I haven't used that joke in a while, so I thought I'd get away with it. Alright, have a good one, guys.